Hello guys, and in today's video we will review the new event. So as you can see here, it is already playable. You have 16 etaps to cover here. If you want the tier 8 premium tank, I will review it at the end, but it is okay. I wouldn't say that it is the worst tank. It definitely is under average, so if you want a good tank, you don't really need it. You can buy it already, but you have to buy quite a lot of the keys because you need 490 of those to unlock this tank. And now let's review the tanks. So first of all, we have 3 tanks. They don't show in the garage, but for starters we have 3 tanks. Hornet, definitely one of the worst tanks here. Hard to play, you can't really support your team that well, you can't ram because you don't have armor, so definitely I wouldn't recommend to play the Hornet. Now the Cerberus, it's okay vehicle. I wouldn't say it is the best, but definitely playable because of its DP, damage per minute. And now the best tanks for at least starters, I would say it's the double. Even if you unlock the Legio Ferrata, I would definitely enjoy playing the double more, and that is because the gun is much more accurate. Now, of course, for the modules, and as you can see here, they cost Mirium, and I will explain it in the battle, but I think that the best 3 are fast reload, emergency repairs, and the group repairs. Fast reload on anything with magazine or something with big alpha, because it just reloads all of your shells automatically. So on the double, on the Grenadier, on the Legio Ferrata, and on Horner, if you wanna play this tank, definitely you need the fast reload. And now the next 2 that I will use is group repairs and emergency repairs. You need something to heal yourself, so emergency repairs is definitely needed, and the group repairs will heal all of your team, so I will definitely recommend to use that. I don't really recommend the emergency energy shot, it doesn't do much, it costs 50, stun shot also, invisibility maybe on light tank, shield costs just too much, and vampiric shot for me is worse emergency repairs. So that's the equipment, and now let's get into the battle on the hard mode. So now, as you saw, everything costs Mirium. And you may think that you need Mirium to go into the next stage. So how can you use the Mirium? And now the trip is a little different than last year, because when you destroy the enemy tank, the Mirium automatically goes into the thing, into the Magnum. So as you can see here, we have already 90 Mirium, and we still have to collect 250, and all of us have 90 million. So you may think that this is some kind of the bug, but you have just, for starters, on this difficulty, you have for starters that much Mirium. So for example, you can use it like me for the double shot, and that is why the ability is very powerful. I think you don't need to use your all Mirium at the start, and as you can see, even though we are spending more Mirium, we are closer and closer to the goal. And that is because, I will show you in a second, when you destroy the enemy tank, the Mirium automatically goes into the Magnum, so you don't need to collect it for yourself. And that is why the abilities costs it, because basically you don't need to use them. Now we want to focus the enemies, because those are very dangerous. Those are the boosted ones. So as you can see, this guy, if he hits you, he will burn you up, and if you use your heal, then it will nullify the burning. So definitely you need to use those abilities if you are burning. That's why also I have 2 heals, one for my teammates if they are in need, and second one for myself because it's also a cheaper option. Now I will try to show you because I forgot to show it earlier. Yeah, as you can see, I will try to destroy this guy. Yeah, I didn't manage to do that. But we need only 17 now. And how it is calculated, it is like also now. You see, we killed this guy. We killed him, and now we don't need Miriam no more. And that is how you now get the Miriam to the collector. You don't need to personally go to the collector and stay there to get the progress. You just need to kill the enemies, and if you kill an enemy, it will automatically count as that you took the Miriam to the collector. Unfortunately, I want double shot here, but again, you can now, thanks to that, you can use it, and after each phase you will get 90 Miriam for start. Maximum that you can get is 120. So technically, what I did was wrong. And what you may say, what did I do wrong? And it is that I spent Miriam on the first stage, because it's definitely the easiest one. You don't want to spend that much Miriam on it. Now I will wait for another shell. Yeah, and I managed to blow him up, which is definitely nice. So you would love to have some Miriam in the for later, but as you can see here, we have cap. So if you have already 120 Miriam, we can't get more. And you don't need to go to the Magnus to load it, because it will load already, as I said earlier. And I was confused at first because I thought that this is some kind of bug, but it is not. You just don't have to go to the Magnus. You have to go to the Magnus to go for the next stage. But of course, that is obvious. And as you can see, if we have already so much of the Miriam, we can just non-stop shoot. So that's definitely why this ability is quite useful. And now our team is low, so I will heal them 500 HP for each one. So that's definitely another thing why this ability is useful. And now about this one, as you can see, there isn't anything about next to the Miriam collector, and we kill him, the Miriam decreases, the amount decreases that we need to go collect. And you collect the Miriam for yourself, so you don't need it to go into the next stage. But of course you would love to have more Miriam, because then you can use the abilities. So if you don't understand anything, you can just ask in comments, I will try to explain it to you. Now we need only 8 more Miriam, and we don't even have to go anywhere, because we need to just destroy. We don't even need to pick up the Miriam, we need just to destroy the enemy. And now, dying in this trip is definitely, in this event, is definitely not optimal. And now, if our team will be able to destroy this guy, we will be able to go. Yeah, as you can see, we didn't need to pick up. We now can go into the Magnus. Unfortunately, my team didn't thought of it, and now we have to wait for them. So now I will just shoot for now, I think. But thankfully they are going back. I managed to shoot this guy. And thankfully you are on the next position. And now, this is the most important thing about this one. You cannot die in this phase. You just cannot die. If you wanna die, they die earlier. You can definitely do it. And you cannot die in this phase because then if you even that you recover into the next phase, you will have half of your HP and you will not have the HE special shells. So you definitely need to use those later on. And as you can see, I have so much medium that I can just non-stop shoot them. And that is why the ability is also such a good thing to have. Now I don't have engine, so I have to heal myself. But I don't have, unfortunately, medium. And that is not definitely optimal. And now I can heal, and you can see I have engine back. You don't have anything like a repair kit or something. So I would recommend to not use all of the medium on the fast reload speed. Just because if you will get hit in the truck, you cannot repair it. Unless, of course, you have the emergency repairs. So definitely this setup is the best for magazines. If you don't have a magazine, I wouldn't recommend the fast reload. But we are playing the heavy tank, so we will definitely need the fast reload. Now behind us there will be some enemies, and our guy here is pretty low on health, so I don't want to let him die, because it will be a problem later on. And yeah, as you can see, the Panthers are here. I would heal him, but I don't have Miriam for my abilities, so you don't need to use all of the abilities at once. And as you can see, I will not go back for that, because we don't really need Miriam, we need only for the abilities. And that is for what we needed. It is quite a different. Like the last year, you just needed Miriam to go into the thing and go there to put it all up, but now you don't really care and you take the Miriam. Yeah, it automatically takes itself in. Now I will use a heal for a second, but yeah, I will use it now, I think. And now let's destroy him and go for the cup. Yeah, and now not dying. As you can see, now I will have the special shots. So after our team will be here, I will try to double shot this guy because he's the most important. Hopefully I wouldn't die here. Yeah, I can use the ability. Now, as we can see, we have still 90 Miriam, and now we have to fight the bosses. So you want the HEs because they deal quite a lot of damage. As you can see, they deal 530, but we have some kind of damage boost. So there are two guys here, and as you can see, this guy is easier to hit, so we will try to hit this guy. But because they are moving so much, I think I will not be doing double shots. Now I automatically reload. Now I will wait for the second shell. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't manage to penetrate, but the second one did. Now they are very low. Thankfully we will survive. Also we want as much HE shells as possible. Yeah, unfortunately I did shot into the nothingness. That's definitely not the thing that you wanna do. As you can see, there are also boosts here. So thanks to that we have better reload time, we have more damage per shell and more HP. And yeah, I think that this guy is definitely harder to penetrate. So we will just shoot the other one. Now we will try to double shoot, and as you can see we managed to do that. And now another No, this one wasn't that good. Now you definitely cannot be in those circles. They do, I think, 1000 damage or even more. So you have to watch out. Now I will shoot one more time, and I will take the standard shot because I don't have more of those items. And yeah, thankfully we managed to win this very easily. I did 30k damage, so definitely I think I definitely helped our team to win. And this is basically it, what you wanna do. I think that this tank is this time the best here.
We did it.
Thankfully you don't need to go around and collect all the things. So as you can see, we were first, definitely 10 points for the bosses and for the efficiency. 24 kills definitely will help our team a lot. As you can see, the servers did much less, although this guy did much more than those two. Probably a skill issue, but who knows. I definitely recommend the double. Now we have the nightmare difficulty. I would definitely play and see how it's going on there, but it may be, I will post the video I think tomorrow. Today also I will try to show you what is this last stand, but as the but for now, yeah, let's just see what is this tank about. And now we have the free tank that you can get from the event. The DPM of this tank is okay because we have 2100 DPM. With okay penetration because 215 is not that good, but also it's just average. And 350 damage. The gun itself isn't that accurate, but with 0.036 dispersion, definitely usable. The gun should hit some things, definitely from the close target. And everything about this gun is okay, it's just an ordinary gun on the tank. But now this is the problem of this tank, which is the mobility. As you can see here, top speed is only 24 kilometers an hour, and the power to weight ratio is absolutely horrible because we have 11. So this tank will be slow and it will be like painful to play with, because in this type of battles you just won't be able to go anywhere with this tank, and if you do, the armor should be amazing, right? And now you have 1400 HP, which is definitely not optimal for such a slow tank, but if it has a great armor, it's okay, right? And now, as you can see here, this is the armor. So there are few cupolas on the turret, as you can see here. And of course the lower plate is easily penetratable. But you will say, it's okay, the higher middle plate is basically unpenetrable. But unfortunately that is on the standard shells. And as you can see on the gold shells, now you can maybe even penetrate the upper plate. And those gold shells aren't that amazing as well. So even though you are painfully slow, you cannot angle, because then the huge cheek of this tank will just expose here and everyone will pen you here. And you have to play by the gun depression, and only then you will be able to bounce many things, but still you have the small cupolas. I don't think anyone will hit you there, but I don't know about this tank. The armor is definitely above average, but with the speed, it will definitely not be a top dog in the 8th tier. And view range is also bad, only 360. So this tank isn't that terrible. Don't get me wrong, the armor definitely not that terrible. You can definitely bounce with your turret, and upper plate will bounce. But on tier 10s, definitely the worst tank you can take. On the tier 9s, if they don't fire gold and you hide your lower plate, it will be okay. You cannot get permatracked, so that's definitely a nice thing. Of course, from the forwards, backwards, you definitely can. But this tank, for free, if you can get it, I would definitely recommend it. But if you want to spend money for it, and if you aren't a collector of tanks, definitely I would not recommend this tank. And now thank you for watching. If you want to see something else, just say. Of course, I think today also, but a little bit later, I will show you what's about with this last stand mode. If you want to see any more guides, just say. And see you in the next video.